So yesterday I found the start of the Bambaroo track where it connects to the Paluma side of things. So I went up to the lake and I did a whole heap of traipsing around. If you want to walk the tracks around Paluma Dam, Mt Spec Paluma Dam, what you need to, well, you don't need to, but what I would advise is get on your computer, or whatever device you've got, and from paluma.com, Paluma.com, they have information, right, regarding the tracks, and they also have maps. So that is a map of the tracks that I walked. Okay, now on this map there are checkpoints at prominent locations and also intersections. The intersections of the tracks are marked, and what they have is that they have, so they're checkpoints, they're numbered and they correspond to what's on that map, and you'll come to a stainless steel disc on a star picket, and it will have directions for branches of the track, where they go to, what next checkpoint they go to. They'll have the number of the checkpoint that you're at and the other checkpoints that the other tracks branching off from it go to. At the start of the video you'll see that I'm a bit confused. I was not aware that everything corresponded. Everything that's actually on the ground does correspond to the map, number-wise, checkpoint-wise and that. But it does, which is really useful. Now, this was a really hard trek. I started at 9 in the morning and I didn't get back to my car until 3:30 in the afternoon. So 6.5 hours of trekking, and I went up to Mt Spec, the top of Mt Spec, the summit. So it was, yeah, by the end I was absolutely shattered. I didn't film me walking back the last little bit because I forgot about it, because I was so knackered, I was so tired, and just saw that I didn't film that, so sorry about that. Some things that I took with me, so these new walking poles, these Lecky walking poles, very good, I have to say, very light, very good. I had these Cedar Summit glovelets, which are pretty good. They keep, you know, the sun and mosquitoes off your hands, and also stop you from getting blisters. The Mountain Designs Tumba hat, you look like a complete wanker, but it's actually very practical. It's light, it's airy, and it's very practical, very good. Now, as far as navigation, just download that map from paluma.com. Don't worry about your navigation devices, because they're completely useless, because the only places that you can use them is where you've got serious clearings, and where you've got serious clearings, you're not going to get lost, because it's only near the lake, near the actual lake, that you have got serious clearings. So navigation devices, waste of time. I did take my PLB, my personal locator beacon, so that's spiderwebs on it. I don't know if that would have worked on that track. Like if I was on a really tight section, I don't know if that would have worked. But I still intend to carry this regardless, wherever I go. What else did I carry? I carried a machete. Now, I don't know whether it's legal or not to carry a machete on that track, but I had no idea what sort of shape it was going to be, because I can tell you right now, on the Bambaroo track at the Vodafone Tower end, you need a machete. Yeah, just to get, yeah, because there's a lot of wait a while and nasty stuff that's covering the track, and you need to just clear it out of your way. This is not just any machete, it is the machete, Fury. It's very well made, and I have got it shaving sharp. Let's see. Yep. There we go. Oop, blown away. Fluff, cut off. So this machete is very well made. What it is, it's a piece of merchandise from the movie Machete. If you have not seen the movie Machete, see it. It's essentially a love story. Yeah, there's a little bit of decapitation, disembowelment and dismemberment involved, but it's a love story and it's a really good movie, so watch that. So this is a really good machete. I took it along with me just in case. I did not use it. Did not need to use it. So what I found out is that I really took the hard route going up to the mountain. I could have avoided the mountain completely. Well, can you? You can't. Yeah, well, I could have avoided it, but I didn't. I could have just gone around the lake, because to get to the Bambaroo track, you pretty much have to go over the mountain. So, what do you do? So I found where the track starts. It's at checkpoint 17, I think it is. Checkpoint 17 is where the Bambaroo track starts, at the Paluma Dam end. So, found out what I needed to do, found out where I had to go. What I intend to do next time I go up to Lake Paluma is there's one spot, Shay's Clearing, which used to have a guest house. Like, a person used to live there, they had a house and they ran a guest house. Why you'd want to go there, I have no idea. But it's all cleared now, there's just a clearing, and you can see where people have been camping there. And it's a campsite, it's a designated campsite. So what I intend to do is, instead of heading the way I did this time, is head the other way and not have to go over a mountain or anything like that. Get to Shay's Clearing, camp there overnight, and then come back. That's going to be a lot less strenuous, and you're not climbing over a mountain, because by golly, you know, today I'm actually surprised that I feel so good today, because I'm a little bit tender, not sore, but yeah, at the end there yesterday I was sore. So I didn't make this video yesterday because I was just too shattered, like physically. I was a mess, but feel pretty good. So if you're thinking about going to the Paluma Dam and having a bit of a walk around the tracks, download that map. You'll download it from paluma.com, not the Townsville Water or Townsville Council or anything like that. It is paluma.com. I do keep saying it's Townsville Council or Townsville Water or whatever that supply the map. They don't. It's paluma.com. So just remember that. Like I said, I didn't film the end of it. Sorry, it sort of just cuts off at the end there. So sorry about that. Not a complete film, but I don't know. I hope you enjoy watching me just exhaust myself totally. I did see, now, things to watch out for, snakes. I did see 2 black snakes that were on the trail, and I got pretty close to them. They did scamper off, but you really have to be aware of that, especially at this time of year, in high summer, when they're breeding, and they can get a bit aggressive. These 2 weren't. One of them, the first one that I saw, sort of did start to rise up a little bit, but then he buggered off. The second one was a little bit smaller. He took off straight away. Yeah, so just be aware of that. Snakes, take a compression bandage and a personal locator beacon if you got one. The other thing to watch out for is there were a few mosquitoes when I got up on the mountain where you got a lot more moisture up there. So there were a few there, not many. The other thing to watch out for is, the other thing to be aware of is leeches. They're really tiny things, and you'll see on some of the footage, you'll see one on my face. It's on my face sucking away, and there's another one climbing up my shirt. They're not really dangerous. Well, they're not dangerous. They're just a pest. So just be aware of that. There are leeches there. Something that I didn't encounter on the Bambaroo track at the Vodafone Tower end. there are the lake, well, they call it Lake Paluma, but it's a dam, Paluma Dam. There's a lot of recreation that goes on there, like small sailing craft you'll see on there. You'll see people on paddle boards, on just little canoes, whatever, little kayaks. So there's quite a few people go there. There's a lot of camping area, designated camping areas. It is in a national park, so you do have to book if you want to camp. If you want to camp overnight, you do have to book. Day visitors, you can just go there and do your thing and then go away. But yes, that is in a national park, so you do have to book. Now, the trek, like I said, the trek that I did was 6.5 hours, so I was well and truly stuffed at the end of it. I wouldn't advise everyone to do that, and but I knew I wasn't going to get lost because there's so many checkpoints. It's all marked out, so yeah, you're not going to get lost. You might, if you get hurt, then you're going to be sort of stuck. My understanding is that there is thoughts about introducing a register for bushwalkers, so that if you do go and you're telling your plans, how long am I going to be out for? Am I going to camp overnight, or am I going to be back the same day? And if you don't return, then they know that you're missing, which I think is a good idea. That doesn't exist at the moment, but hopefully they will introduce that. So just be aware of, but mainly be aware that there are snakes, and that they are deadly. So yeah. So without further ado, yeah, sorry about the end of the video. It just sort of goes nowhere, but I'll just put the end at the end, so you know, you'll know along the timeline. So anyway, see you later. Okay, so I've driven up to Paluma Dam, and whoops, sun out of there, and I'm gonna try and find where the track that interconnects with the Bambaroo track, which I think is Shay's track. But the lady who I was speaking to yesterday, because I was up here yesterday as well, a bit too late to go walking around. The lady who I spoke to yesterday, she had no idea where the connection of the tracks were, where the tracks were. Pretty much didn't know much about the tracks at all. She knows Wilfred, the guy who's a bit of a track legend. And I said to her, so this track that I'm on, apparently it circumnavigates the lake, the dam. Although I said, is that the track where that sign is? Because there's a sign saying there's restricted access because some upgrade going on or something like that. She said, yeah, that's the track. That's the one we use. We go on our four-wheeler. Well, I don't know how they go on this track with their four-wheeler, because you got a massive log in the way. So I don't know if this is the track. But if I find a clear spot, because I've got my GPS with me this time, my the Gaia GPS app. So I'll see if I can find exactly where I'm at when I'm a distance down the track, because I have got some water bottles with me that I would, if I do find Shay's track or the connection to it, I'll lay some water down. Now, when I was talking to those paragliders, one of them, I said, oh, how far is it to the dam? He said, oh, it's about 13 kilometres. Nah. Having a look on the map, the distances, I think it's a lot more than that. But, so this track is marked. You see there, they got posts with arrows, so this is clearly a walking track. And as per usual, it's uphill. Well, at least coming back, it'll be downhill. Now, I've got to try and find a clear spot so I can plot where exactly I am.
So I'll shut up for now, get back to you. Okay, so we've sort of, after climbing for a while, we've gotten onto this sort of plateau. I haven't found a clearing big enough to do a plot on. I don't know, I might not find a clearing big enough at all, but I think if I find an intersection there should be enough of a clearing, I think. I don't know. One interesting thing to note is that even though we've got a massive dam, so there's a lot of water, and the ground is pretty much about the same as it is at Bamboo Track at the tower end. There's not much difference. Yet there's no mosquitoes here, and when I say no mosquitoes, I mean there's no mosquitoes at all. So, which is nice, that's pleasant. Now, so where's that sign? Here we go. Crystal Creek Falls, 3.5 kilometres. So that gives me an idea of where I am. What I can do is see Mt Spec. So you got a bearing, a compass bearing, so you can find your way if you're lost. Which, if you see that, you're obviously not lost because you're on a bloody track. So I'll just keep. So where am I going? I'm going to Mt Spec. Okay. What I might do, because I actually downloaded oh, it's a horsefly, bastards. I might just put this here. Man, there's a bad smell around here somewhere. Just not enough satellite connections to actually plot my location, exact location. It knows I'm around here, but doesn't know exactly where I am. So that was a waste of time. Alright, so we'll keep on going to Mt Spec. I suppose my glasses are filled up with sweat. Yep. So, this is a nice little running stream. The water's nice and clear. If it was really, really hot, there's a nice pool there. Have a dip in. Yeah, this is nice. I bet it's cold too. How does it feel? Yep, beautiful. So, an hour away from the dam, there is this. Now, this track is really quite clear. It's nothing like the Bamboo Track at the Vodafone Tower end. That's horrendous. This is really quite nice. Most of the track is in pretty good shape like that. Some of it is rutted out, like that. Oh, what's going on there? Some of it is rutted out like that. And you can see it's all been washed out, but it's still walkable. So, now, I did come to a couple of, well, one definite junction. There was no signage saying where it was going. It was going to the left. Don't know which one that is. Again, I can't get a plot. The trees are too big. There's just too much tree cover, so I can't get a plot. So I'll just stay to the designated track, the marked track. Although the markings have pretty much disappeared. I haven't seen a marking for quite a while, but this is definitely the track. It's clear as, and it's in pretty good shape. There is some deadfall, but otherwise, yeah, not bad at all. So I'll just keep going. Well, I had a little bit of chat what happened to me yesterday, because I came here yesterday and there was a lady, I don't know, I won't say her name for privacy reasons. No, she was really nice. She works for, yeah, the only people who've got an office here at the dam is Townsville Water. The water from Paluma Dam is actually piped, gravity fed all the way to Townsville. And if you ever travel from Townsville up past the Paluma turn-off, you'll see a white pipe on the left-hand side of the road. That's the Paluma Dam pipeline, and that's the water that comes out of the dam up here. Now, so they've got an office up here, and they've there's campgrounds and there's parking, campgrounds, barbecues. There's, yeah, like you got to book a campground if you want to overnight, because it is in a part of national park. So you got to book with Queensland Parks, which isn't, it doesn't cost much, and the money does. I'd like to think that the money goes to the upkeep of the facilities and tracks and whatnot. I don't know. Probably just goes into consolidated revenue and in a big slush fund that the politicians use for cocaine-fueled sex parties. No, disregard that. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's satire. Anyway, well, not really. And so anyway, she didn't really have much information. She didn't even know that. She'd never even heard of the Bambaroo. She said she'd heard of it, the Bambaroo track, but she had no idea that it was connected to any of the tracks around here, around the dam. I sort of filled her in on the fact that, yeah, it connects up to the tracks up here. So she didn't know. I don't know if she didn't know, actually, because she reckons she knows Wilfred, who whose actual name and home phone number are on the printout that I did from the Townsville Council. So, on that paper map that I showed you earlier. So that's a bit weird. So that's definitely, so that's, I don't know, that looks like an old track. I don't know, it's sort of, I keep thinking I'm seeing offshoots and branches. Because there's definitely a lot of old miners' tracks, old loggers' tracks, apparently. All interconnected. But, I don't know. I can't see what I'm doing here. That's better. Yeah, so, it's really quite beautiful. Sort of, yeah, I'd advise anyone to do this track, because you can come up to the lake, you know, have a bit of a swim, have a bit of a play around. If you've got a oops, almost twisted my ankle. If you've got a canoe or a kayak, you can go around the lake. There's really no effective way of travelling around the shore. There is no path or road that goes around the shore. The tracks are a fair distance away from the shore. Why that is, I really don't know. Yeah, couldn't tell you whether the tracks were there before it got dammed up, or, which I highly doubt, but I don't know. Anyway, so she didn't know much about the tracks. I filled her in. She went on Google Maps, had a bit of a look. Google Maps is useless. Don't even bother with it. Guide GPS is the way to go. What I would advise is, if you're going to walk this track, print out that printout. If you Google or whatever your search engine is, search app is, maps of Paluma Dam, and you'll see Townsville City or Townsville Water or Townsville City Council, whatever. They'll have a bunch of downloads. And there's a smaller scale map, a macro map, and there's the one that I printed out. Print that out. Just get whatever navigating app you've got. My advice is get an 8-inch Lenovo pad, not pad, tablet. They're really cheap, a couple $100, or $200-300, whatever. And download Guide GPS and buy the offline version. It's only about $60, I think, a year, and you can't go wrong. It's got better maps, and it's American. I know it's American because some of the spam that I got off them was about how to avoid getting attacked by bears. So here we are. Here's a classic example. There you go. That looks like the clear track. Now that's obviously another track. Now there's nothing here that discusses where to go at all. So now I don't know what that other track is, because I can't plot what's going on with the GPS, but that's the track. So yeah, it's a bit yeah, like if someone missed that and they went left, I don't know where they'd end up. It'd probably be alright, but you know, what you just do is turn around. You know, it's not like you're in an open expanse where you can't see where you were. No, it's pretty hard. You won't get lost here. And I don't know if I'll see another creek. I'm going uphill again. So yeah, I wanted to come today to actually have a go. I was going to come here at like daybreak, but yeah, I woke up, had a pretty shit night, and just went back to bed. So I started this at 9 AM walking. So how long have I been walking here? It's 10:30. I've been walking for 1.5 hours. You can cover a lot of ground this way because the track is in pretty good nick. You know, like it's not the Vodafone Tower end of the Banbury track is really bad. Not good, but it is well marked. So that's one thing it's got going for it. Spiderwebs crossing the track. So I want to have a go at this. Go some of the way, a couple of hours in, put some water down. Yeah. See how I feel. I'm feeling good after 2 hours. I might trudge on for another 2 or another 1. It's going to be quicker going back because I'll have dumped the water that's in the pack and probably drunk most of what's in the bladder. The pack that I used yesterday, or that I was going to use yesterday, is quite a nice little pack. I was originally going to use it for work, and then I decided it was just too good. So, and it, like, I think it was only like $35 or something. Unbelievable. At Big W, and I'm pretty sure. And came with a bladder, and a water bladder and everything, but the water, the system that they've got a quick detach system for the water hose. Actually, where it attaches to the bladder, it's got some sort of quick detach system. That leaked, so even though I didn't carry it for the few hours that it was in my car, all the bottom of it was wet because that quick detach system leaks. Plus, even after rinsing it 3-4 times, both that and the tube, both the bladder and the tube, man, there's this horrible toxic chemical odor and taste that I don't know, it's got to be the bladder. I don't know where it was made or what it's made of, but it's horrible. So yeah, I'm using the old fluid, my favourite fluid pack. It's so good. It's a little bit uncomfortable with the shoulder straps. There's not really much of them there, but it's such a good pack. I've had it for so long. I wish I could get another one, a new one, but yeah, can't. So anyway, I'll shut up, keep walking, and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, well, after 2 hours of walking, I've come up to this. Touch screen, what's going on? Oh, it's showing that one there. Alright, so Mt Spec car park at due north, Mt Spec to Johnson's track. So put this down. Now it's hot. It's not hot, it's just really humid and sweating all up. Now, what was I going to say? So I'll have a look at this. Johnson's track. Johnson's clearing. Okay. I think I know where I am now. That's going to be Johnson's track. Okay. So, I was there. Wow, I've made a lot of... So, the Mt Spec car park is probably going to be another... I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the game's going to be like, but if I've come that far, then... I'm sure I don't lose that map. Then I don't think it's going to... is that going in there? Then oh, it's still fogging up. I don't think it's going to take me that long to get there. When I get to the summit of the mountain, Mt Spec, I'll stop and, I don't know, I'm not hungry, probably just have some electrolyte, then I'll sort of decide what I'm going to do then. So anyway, let you know when I get to the top. See ya. So, 2 hours 20 minutes in and come to a wee bridge and another creek. It's got nice clear running water. You could probably just bridge out, yeah, it's just strong. You could probably drink that water as it is because it is running and it's clear, but I'd still put it through the filter. So I don't reckon I'm too far from the summit. I don't know. Might have a look at the map, see if it's... Oh, there's a branch to the creek. Okay. Oh no, that hooks around. Alright. Alright. I'll see you in a minute. Okay. So, we've got another one of these. Not far from that little bridge over that creek. So Mt Spec summit is that way. You got little ribbons all over the place. And that way is to the Paluma Dam wall. Obviously I'm going to the summit, so we'll keep going this way. Alright, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I'll try and shield that. You can see what it says. So we got Mt Spec summit, it must be 1 kilometre. Shays Johnson's track is 11 kilometres. Paluma Dam 21 and campground. So I don't know. So this other track, that must, I don't know where. It said Paluma Dam, so I don't know what exactly specifically that means. So the summit's 1 kilometre that way. So I'll just have a quick look at my map and see what that says about. I'll just hang on. Let's climb this down here. See if you can watch me. Let's swap that around. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, first mosquito. Oh, they are here. Okay, so now I'm confused. Mt Spec car park, 16. So the Mt Spec car park, that's got to be the dam car park. Shays Johnson's track and Johnson's clearing. Johnson's clearing that way, Shays Johnson's track. Now, if I'll put this down, let's swap these around. I am interested in Shays track. Okay, there you go. So this is checkpoint 9, which does not correspond to this map, even though it's got checkpoints. But yeah, there isn't even a checkpoint 9 on this thing, although Mt Spec is number 1. That's 3. Oh, 9, there it is. Okay, so I'm there. So I've gone from the mountain to here. Right, so Shays clearing is that way, and it's about 1 kilometre. So I'm hoping that there is actually a friggin' clearing. So I'm going to head down there. Alright, so this map makes sense now. Alright, starting to make sense, which is probably a bit of a worry really. It makes sense to me, it must be nonsense. So when I get the clearing, I'll I'm going to do it now. Take some looks like yeah, I needed that. Burnt a lot of electrolyte, a lot of sweating. So now the mission is to try and get this thing back in the pocket. It's not an easy thing to do at all. There we go. There's that way. Come on, get in there. Get in. Come on. That's it. Well done. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can get Shay's clearing. Probably not going to make it to the start of the Bambaroo track because it's already 12. If I get Shay's clearing at 1. Oh, yeah, alright. I don't want to be walking around here at night, so... Alright, see you in a minute when I get Shay's clearing. So I'm at Guard's Lookout. Which means... sorry, son. The Bambaroo track is not far off now. This end of it. So I'm going to get there and then I'm going to head back pronto because I'm starting to be really knackered. Right, I'll get back to you when I hit the Bambaroo. Alright. So I've gotten there. Bambaroo track is that way. Okay. So, not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to head that way and bypass the mountain. Otherwise I've got to go back that way and go over the top of the mountain. I have no desire to go back over the top of that mountain. So, I'll figure out what I'm going to do. I don't know. There are a few leeches around. They're really microscopic. They're tiny, but they're still leeches. There's really, I think I've only seen, maybe, I don't know, half a dozen mosquitoes in total for the whole trek. So, yeah, that's pretty good. But definitely once you start going down there, yeah, sooner or later you're going to get swamped. So, yeah, I'll just have a piss break. Might have a protein bar, some more Hydra, yeah, and yeah, electrolyte, and then I'll decide which way I'm going to go and really put the throttle down. I'm starting to get tired in the legs, so I've got to get the hell out of here because it is 1 o'clock, so I've been walking for 9, 10, 11, 12, no, 4 hours, yeah, so, you know, not walking down the road, yeah, trekking, so I'll figure out what I'm going to do. I'll get back to you. I'm setting a cracking pace, trying to get back in a hurry, but I just walked into a snake, black, but I'd say to be a red-bellied black. It was a black snake, but I sort of walked up to it, realised what was going on. It was only like 3 feet from me, and it sort of started to rear up a bit and then just turned sideways and took off. But yeah, just goes to show you got to keep an eye out. They are here. That's actually the first, I think that's the first snake that I've seen on a path anywhere where I've been hiking. But yeah, probably because not many people hike along this path. They've sort of gotten used to it was probably just sunning itself. It's sort of the only bit of clearing anyway. But yeah, I've got to keep an eye out, but I've really got to put the foot down, get back before, I want to get back around 4. So that's, what time is it now? 1:20. That's less than 2 hours, 40 minutes away. I've got to set a real pace, so I'll get back to you. See ya. All right, a creek crossing, a proper creek crossing, you know. What I'd really love to do is jump in it and have a bit of a bath, but nah, I gotta keep going. I can't stop. So it is beautiful. I don't know, it's probably got leeches in it. I don't know, who knows? But Yeah, that's beautiful water. Alright, so track. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, this is good. Oh, okay. You got a rope. So you can get across those rocks using the rope. Excellent. Really good. Alright, I'll see you later. Shay's clearing campsite. So I didn't know there was a campsite. I'll go and have a look at it over there. Lake Paluma, 8 kilometres. I think I'll definitely take that route. So it's got Bamboo Track Junction, which is okay. Which is, yeah, I just came out of there. Shay's clearing, Mt Spec, Car Park Road, Paluma Dam, 21. Let's have a look what 21 is. Oh, this map's getting soggy. 21. Put this down. I wonder if anyone's camping there. Okay. So, what is 21? 21 is... Oh, that's the other bloody side. Ooh. But that's still going to be quicker. So I will circumnavigate the lake. Righto. Alright. So it is. Okay. Oh, look at that. Fucking that leech. They're really tiny. Like, really tiny little things. So I've probably got leeches all over me. Alright, so now I know exactly what's going on. So I will have circumnavigated the dam. Alright, let's have a look at this campsite before I head off. Because 8 kilometres, it's going to be a hell of a lot quicker than the way that I came, which was over the mountain, which is definitely not the way to go. Certainly for the adventurous, yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, I am adventurous. It was interesting, but by golly, that was a trek. Whenever you go over a mountain, you know about it. So 110 metres. So where's this frigging campsite? I don't know what I might do when... Oh shit. Hang on. This is greasy rocks. What I might do when I do actually trek from Bamboo Track to here is I might camp here at Shay's campsite. Thereby avoiding anything to do with the actual dam itself, because yeah, it's just a tourist trap. Not a tourist trap, but you know, it's all just touristy. It's not really what I'm about. Okay. So, and guess what? Don't tell me there's a fucking toilet here. So, people are clearly have camped here. Now, are you serious? There's a toilet up here. Oh man, I'm tired. See what it says. And it says, oh yeah, photo of Shay's Crystal Brook Guest House and Clearing, taken 12th August 1935. Buildings were destroyed by fire in 1965. Actually getting a good picture of this. Reproduced from an original photo held in Thurungau, a special collection. Yeah, alright. So, there used to be a guest house, Crystal Brook Guest House. Now, I'll tell you what, so there's supposed to be a toilet. Let's have a look where this toilet is. So there is too. This looks like an outhouse. So, is it actually functioning? Well, yeah, I guess it is. But, yeah, so there's a toilet. There you go. Alright. So I'm going to hoof it. I'll have done the circumnavigation. I'll have climbed Mount Paluma. Found the end of the Bambaroo track at this end, which was actually my objective. And now I will head back the easy way. So this is via Shay's Clearing, or, well, yeah, this is Shay's Clearing, Shay's campsite. So Shay's track is definitely the way to go. And the best way to get to the Bambaroo track is via the way that I'm returning now, which is around the other side of the lake, because it's obviously going to be flat as opposed to the mountain that I just traipsed over. Oh man, my legs are starting to yeah, get weary, but I've got to keep going. Ain't nobody going to come and piggyback me, but I might actually have a drinky out of this stream. Probably get Giardia or something. Nah. All right, see you later. I'm shattered, and I got something stinky here. There's a dead, I don't know, some sort of monitor lizard next to me. Right, so I'm gonna fess up. I'm fucking suffering, because I've been walking for a hell of a long way. A hell of a long way. Without a rest. Without a real rest. Now, stick. So I'm in a bit of pain actually. Because I got a bad ankle. Time doesn't seem to be fixing it. So you just got to tough it out. What do you do? Bad ankle, bad ankle. So now I'm going to pop a couple of ibuprofen, just to one. It's 200 milligrams, because my back's starting to really ache, and my phone was going off, so I must have had reception somewhere. What's this? Whatever. Shit. Yeah, so I gotta take a drink. Swallow this thing, tastes horrible. I've got to have a look how much water's left in my bladder, because I've been sucking that thing dry, and doesn't look like there's much in there at all. Alright, might have a protein crisp, and I might replenish this bladder, so with that bottle. It's a lot easier to drink out of the bladder than the bottle. I wish I had ice. So, drop the top. Alright. Yeah, so that's, I've drunk, let's see, there's 2.5 litres in, or 2 litres in this, 2.5 litres I think, and so this is about 4 litres if I drink it all, and I will have drunk. Not surprisingly, I've been sweating like a pedophile at a Wiggles concert. Alright, close that up. It's all closed up. There's a little bit more sun and air, and it's a bit clearer with this track. This seems to be their service track, Townsville Water service track. There's really no mosquitoes here, which is nice. Put the old machete back in. Not any old machete, but the machete. And I'll show you. And yeah, when I get back, I'll show you what I mean. So I'll do the old crusheroo. Do the right thing. Carry it out with me. But yeah, I'm suffering. So I'll admit it, freely admit it, but you got to remember, I've walked, well, not walked, hiked. Well, it'd have to be like over 20 kilometres now, just now. Oh, there's a mozzie. There's no mozzies. So I'll just munch this down. What time is it now? It's 2:15. I'll munch this down. See if I can find a more clear spot. See if I can do a plot, or if I don't get to another some sort of indicator or landmark. The mozzies are starting to appear. I better chuck the pack on and get going. So I'll eat as I go. I'll get back to you. See ya. That 200 milligrams of ibuprofen is starting to numb the pain somewhat, but yeah, it's not going to do it completely. I think I'd need OxyContin to do that. An Indicid. I don't want that. But what I was going to say, I just ran into another snake on the path, because the thing is that because of this canopy, the forest is so dense, right? Aside from a few, I'm getting fogged up. Aside from a few, is that foggy? That's dirty. How's that? A little better? A little bit, sorry. Lens is dirty. Now, what I was saying is that there's so little sunlight that gets through that the biggest patches of sunlight are actually on this path, because it's the only real clear area. So that's where the snakes go to get warm. So the only living fauna that I've seen on this trek is 2 snakes. That last one, it wasn't sort of, I don't know, I think he was a black snake, but he was sort of more greyish. It's hard to tell. But yeah, it's definitely a killer. You know, they got that little head on them. That sort of, they are all related to the cobra family, the taipans and the browns and the black, red-bellied blacks and that. They're all related to the cobras, I think. They do flatten their heads out a bit when they get nasty. But yeah, so that's the one thing that you really got to watch out for. Not so much when you're in really dense tracks, the really tight tracks. It's really only on these open tracks. That's two spots where I've seen them, where the tracks are cleared big enough for the sunlight to get through and for them to sun themselves. So just got to watch out for that, because both of those snakes that I ran into were killers. And yeah, you get bitten by one of those, compression bandage or not, pretty much it's send out the cadaver dogs, because this, I mean, I carry a PLB right there, but the problem is that this canopy is so thick. Spider webs. This forest is so thick that I doubt the signal will get through. Maybe, but I think by the time they actually got to you, where I am at the moment, yeah, any treatment. See that? First of all, they got to find you, then they're going to take you to a hospital that's got an antivenom, and by that time, yeah, it's yeah, last rites, I think. So, unfortunately, up here in the north, yeah, we got some real nasties. I've never been, I've only had a bad encounter once. That was with a red-bellied black, but it didn't attack. It just stood its ground in the come near me and I'll get your pose. You know what I mean? It stood up, and yeah. But so just be aware of that. If you want to go bushwalking here in Australia, North Queensland, you're in a path, you're in thick, dense rainforest, and you're in a path where there's a lot of sunlight getting through, you're going to get snakes warming themselves there. And that's all they were doing. They were just warming themselves. And they panicked just as much as I did. They freaked out just as much as I did when I saw them. Because anything, they're not interested in anything that they can't swallow, you know. And they certainly do perceive us as a threat, because they scoot off real quick. Alright, so what's this? If you are not fit, experienced and well-equipped bushwalker, turn back now. So, Mt Spec summit, Shays Clearing, Paluma Dam. So I'm at, alright, that's good. So I'm at checkpoint 21, which I would calculate, I reckon I've got another hour, to be honest. I didn't expect to get to 21 that quick. Alright, I'll get back to you. See ya.